Alright, so we just finished making this little schematic building here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a trellis that lives right over here. It's steel columns, and then it has steel beams and then some wood slats across the top and some wood slats here, and we're going to build that guy really quickly. The columns and the beams are wide flanges and the slats are wood. So it's pretty straightforward. You guys have images of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look and see what kind of levels we have, because we did make a level for this floor down here, but we probably need a second level to host the top of the columns. So let's go ahead and take a look at our south elevation. And I'm going to zoom in over here, and we do have that trellis plan A1 that's sitting right there, and we want to create another trellis plan A2 that's going to be the top of our columns. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go to architecture level, and you can come in and it just depends. We can change this afterwards. I'm just going to do about 10 feet, and I'm just going to left click near the end of that trellis plan and just drag over until it comes sort of outside of that box. Alright, now you'll see that the title is pavilion plan 2, and I want that to be trellis plan 2, so I'm going to left click on that and change it to trellis and enter, and it's going to ask me if I want to change the corresponding view, and indeed I do, and you'll see it stacked down there. Now you'll also notice that the title of the level is on this side, but it's not on this side. But you can turn the text on and off on either side by selecting the level and clicking on the show bubble, so it shows the title on either side. So now we have the second level that we're going to be able to use, and it's created a plan for us, which is great. The next thing we're going to do is go to our site plan. And we have a scope box around the Doyle, and I would like to have a scope box around this guy right here. So I'm going to pick the scope box that's there, and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to pick a point and copy it right over to there. And it's going to tell me that it's named P3, and I don't want it to be named P3, I want it to be named trellis, or I guess I've been doing scope box with the name on the end. Okay, and so now we have a scope box that goes around this particular area. I can go to my trellis plans and I can scope box those. So if I come and select them over there, I can come over here and set the scope box to the trellis, right? And if it gives you an error message that it can't, that the level resides outside of the scope box area, you can go to your 3D view and turn on, right now the scope boxes are turned off, so I'm going to reveal hidden elements down here. Pick your scope box and drag it down so it intersects the level, because it might, if it's too high for the level, it can't scope box the level. So make sure it's low enough. Mine is low enough, so it worked out just fine. So I'm going to go to my site plan real quick, and I am going to create my grids just like we did for the Doyle. And so I want them to be created on this blue grid, and these lines are kind of in the way, they're floors, so I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to go to hide in view category. So it's just going to get rid of those. I could get rid of the walls too, hide in view category, so I just see that, but it's up to you. So the next thing I'm going to do is just create grids along these lines. So we've done that before. You go to the architecture tab and grid. I'm going to pick at the bottom, come up to the top, I'm going to name this T1. And then I'll do the same thing over here, and it will start numbering for me, which is great, right? And let's just keep going. There's T3, T4, T5, and T6. Okay. Oh, and T7 down there at the bottom. So now I have a grid. Once I get my grid, I'm going to go back to my Trellis Plan A1 and I have that grid available to me that I can use. Okay, you can also hide the floors in here by picking the floors and go to Hide in View category. Okay, now when we come back, we'll put the columns in.